Want a shot?
Skunk! Don't try it, Clegg.
Shot in the back without us even touching his weapon. This time, Owen, it ain't self-defense. This time you'll hang. Come on.
From out of the west, Powell, Zane here.
Look, I don't gun a man in the back, and you know it. I'm Tod Owen, and any man I gun down is facing me reaching for his.
Just give me an excuse, and we won't have to waste time on a trial.
Now, let's be honest, Sheriff. You're scared of me. You're all scared of me. You, Cob Oakley. Why don't you say what you think? And there's only one reason why I'd put a bullet in Clegg's back.
You'll have a time to tell your side.
To them? Now, they got a safe chance to hang me. Can any one of them think I'd be afraid to give Clegg a fair draw?
You ain't a big man no more, Owen. Right now, any ordinary fella can see way over your head. Now move, little man. Ain't gonna waste any time. The trial's this afternoon. I'll see Judge Hollis is ready, and we need 6 men for jury.
I'll serve.
You can put me on the list.
Count me in, Galt.
Me too.
It's Mason, Baker, Tuphill, Walsh, Riggs. That's 5. You can be number 6, Cobb.
Choose somebody else. Plenty who'll welcome a chance to finish off Owen.
You saying I'm picking men to make sure he hangs?
I'm saying there ain't 6 men in this town who won't jump to vote Owen guilty, whether he murdered Clegg or not.
Do you think he didn't?
I don't mark a man murderer till all the facts are in.
I'll vote the rope. I'll take pleasure in tying the knot.
Ever since you come to town, Cobb, you talked about how the law in this part of the country should be strong, important. But when a posse's being formed, you ain't ever around. When a jury's called, you got no interest. I never had much use for a man who did nothing but talk.
I don't see it makes any difference my being on a jury, where everybody else is out for blood.
You got some liking for Owen?
No, nor anyone like him.
But you don't know if a killer's a killer till you hear it legal in a trial.
Con, you may as well know that I figure Owen's guilty. But I'm willing to listen to the facts. Make my decision when I've heard them.
Even if the facts don't agree with what you want.
You're on the jury, Cobb. This'll give you a chance to see the law don't go wrong. That's what you want, isn't it?
Looks like what I'd better do, like it or not. All right, Galt, you got your jury. 5 men voting guilty before the trial. And me.
Ain't nothing to wait for.
Well, we're going to talk it out. We all say he's guilty. How does one man come off saying 5 are wrong? We have a responsibility to a higher power than this court. Thou shalt not kill. and Tod Owen killed.
Well, it don't make any sense. You didn't hear anything different.
Well, I got no use for a man who'd stand up for a
wait a
black
minute.
suit
Just quiet down. Cobb here's a reasonable man. I think he'll see his mistake once we've talked this out. Cobb, you've got something on your mind. Well, I'm willing to hear it, and we'll get on with the job.
I keep asking myself, what's he on trial for? Killing Clegg or because he's Tod Owen?
Well, he admitted to killing. He's guilty. That's the law.
You know how the law works out here. One man draws on another, the other can shoot and kill in self-defense. Owen didn't make those rules, but he's lived by them.
He never fought fair in his life. He'd choose a man, pick at him, till a man forgot that Owen was faster with a gun than anybody else. He'd draw, like my kid brother did, never having a chance. You call that a fair fight?
If that had happened to my brother, I'd feel the same as you do. But we're not here deciding whether your brother was killed fair or not.
All right, I say we forget Owen's a gunman. No use to waste time on what he's been. He killed Clegg, shot him in the back. For this, he hangs.
First, I got to ask a few questions. I didn't get the answers at the trial. Maybe you got them.
All the answers I need.
Why did everybody hear 3 shots? Owen only fired 2.
Now, what has that got to do with it?
Clegg's gun wasn't fired.
First shot sounded like it came from a rifle. Everybody's agreed on that.
Well, maybe my grandmother was hunting bears at the edge of town. Great hunter, Grandma.
Clegg's horse was tied up at the rail. There was a rifle boot on it, but the rifle was missing.
You got a point on that rifle.
100 reasons why a man's rifle might be missing. That's no cause to let a killer off.
One thing that don't add up is cause enough not to hang a man.
What else is on your mind, Cobb?
Well, why would Owen mount his horse and ride 50 yards to shoot a man in the back? A man he could outdraw wearing mittens.
Yeah, if Owen wanted to dry gulch Clegg, you'd think he'd set it up better.
No, Clegg was around town enough, so Owen could have picked a fight with him if he'd have minded to.
That's another thing. Any reason why Owen should want to kill Clegg? Any trouble between them? I haven't heard of none.
No, neither have I. So take a look at it the other way around. What reason should Amos Clegg have to shoot him like Owen claims he did?
I reckon half the men in this town would like to take a shot at Tod Owen.
He's killed 3 men he's gonna hang. You ain't gonna stop it. If we don't string him up legal, the rope will still be just as tight. Only he might have company.
Don't like threats.
Wait a minute!
Shoot me any time you want, Cobb. I'll be waiting.
Why'd you join the jury, Cobb, if you feel it ain't right to hang a guilty man?
Sometimes you can kill a man by turning your back on him.
Owen's the killer.
I'm not sure of that. And you can't be either.
Don't tell me what I'm sure about.
Before you hang a man, you've got to be sure.
What are you trying to say, Cobb?
When I was living in New Mexico, some cattle were stolen from a ranch down near the Canadian River. Bunch got together to track down the rustlers. We caught up with the fella. Tracks matched, and there was a dead steer with the brand we were looking for. We all had the same thing in mind. 2 days later, word got back that a couple of fellows were shot down near the border. They were the rustlers. They had the cattle we were looking for. I couldn't blot out the picture I kept seeing in my mind. A man, a rope, and a tree.
You ain't gonna listen to him, are you, Baker?
Baker, you're a religious man. Oh, don't mistake me. I respect you for it. But I know that because you are, you've got to, above all, be able to live with yourself. Now, if you can say to yourself, without any doubt, that Owen is guilty, you've got nothing to worry about.
Maybe we'd better take another vote.
Owen just slugged Whitley and took his gun and he broke for it. Don't show yourselves. We got him cornered. He's in there someplace.
Any way you can get out?
Just one, feet first. Might be the trial was wasted. A bullet could cheat the rope.
The jury's still out. He's not guilty till we say so.
We got doubts even after he tried to escape.
What man wouldn't try to run out in a hanging?
Another ballot to be counted, Galt. When the verdict's in, you'll know.
Take your time. He ain't going no place. We got men enough to make sure of that.
I'd like to get one clear shot at him. Just one. Be a lot faster than all this jury talk.
Maybe you'll still get a chance. Stay under cover. No use in you catching a bullet. At least not from a man who's going to be dead before sundown. One way or the other.
5-1. 1 guilty, 5 not guilty.
That was before he broke jail. You gotta know he's guilty now.
Would any of you pass up a chance to break loose if you were in Owen's spot? Guilty or innocent?
Oh, I don't see a man waiting around to hear if he's going to be hung. Not if he has a chance to get away.
5-1, 50-1. As long as there's one, he don't go free. I'm not changing. You can talk till my brother climbs out of the grave Tod Owen put him in.
I knew your brother. Something was driving him. I don't know what he was trying to prove. Maybe that he was bigger than you made him out to be.
He's got nothing to do with this.
You're putting Owen on trial for killing him.
No, for killing Clegg.
When you were around with your brother, he didn't talk much. Mostly he listened to you. Played second fiddle. The kid brother who took orders. But when he was alone...
If I'd have been there, Owen wouldn't have chanced it. I'd have got him if it was the last thing I did.
When he was alone, he wasn't taking orders. He was making up for not being treated like a grown man. Sometimes he'd push too hard, like he was asking for trouble. That's how it was when him and Owen fought. You should know what was driving him. Even though when you're together you look like strangers or like a boss and flunky, he was your brother. You should know. No. Hanging on won't help you. And you don't sleep better at night with 2 ghosts instead of 1.
I'm not listening to anything you say. You're talking to yourself.
Well, you gotta talk now. Why do you want Owen dead? And you better come up with the right answer or you'll be living with that lie the rest of your life.
Leave me alone.
Owen gunned your brother down. Why did he do it?
It was Owen.
He pulled the trigger.
It was Owen.
Who pushed your brother in front of the bullet?
I wasn't even there.
Is that enough of an answer for you?
I tell you, Owen is gonna... I tried. Even as a kid, he was so stubborn. All right. Owen goes free. Then it's him or me. That's the thing I gotta do.
I don't know what you're waiting on, but we're going to burn out Owen.
We found him not guilty.
Are you drunk? Well, you got to be out of your mind. No 6 men in this town had let Owen off.
Judge said he had to be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Well, there were doubts, Galt. Too many for us to go any other way.
Mason? Baker? You, Tuphill? All of you? Owen goes free?
That's the way it is.
You're doing nobody else.
You better call off your men.
You know how I waited to get my hands on Owen. Now I got him holed up and you're turning him loose. All right, he goes free. But after this, you get yourself another sheriff. Hold up. Owen got found not guilty. Owen, you can come out. Oh, and I said the jury turned you loose.
Maybe he didn't hear you.
He heard me unless he's dead. 6 fools say you're not guilty. You're free.
I've been hit. I need help.
Ain't that a shame?
A man's shot. Whether it's Tod Owen or anyone else, he needs help. He's not a guilty man being hunted down like an animal. You're not the first sheriff that wanted a fast gun out of the way. But as long as you're wearing that badge, you got no call to let a man bleed to death.
Maybe you'd nurse a sick rattlesnake.
I'll go in. But there'll be those who'll wonder why you didn't.
Over here. I'll put it in your holster. And turn around.
Are you out of your mind?
Oh, you didn't really think I'd fall for it, did you? A jury in this town turning me loose?
They did. Why do you think I walked in here?
Because you figured I was just as stupid as you are and I'd fall for that story. Now, we're going out of here together, and if anything happens, you're going to get the first bullet. Come on. Now, anybody tries anything, Galt gets it. The 2 of us are riding out of here. Don't nobody think about a posse unless you want a dead sheriff.
What are you trying to do, Todd? You're free.
You're lying.
I was on a jury, you know that. If you don't believe me, ask Mason, Tuphill, Walsh.
They turn me loose? They're all too scared of Tod Owen. Now turn around. I don't want nobody interfering. Turn around! I'm fine. I'm out of it. And the next time I won't be so soft-hearted. Anybody else moves, Galt gets it. When we get a ways out of town, I'm going to give you Sheriff back his gun. Been waiting a long time. Hey, let's go!
Keep this for me.
Where you going?
After them.
Alone?
Might let one man come up to him. More than that, not a chance.
What do you think you're going to do?
I don't know.
Are you going after him without a gun?
That's plain crazy.
I reckon we're all about as guilty as you are. No reason you should get yourself killed.
I don't propose to.
Then take your gun.
I can't outdraw Tod Owen. And if I could, I wouldn't try.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Hold up!
Good friend, Cob Oakley.
I got no friends. You don't listen, good Cob. I said nobody follows.
Came here alone. I don't have a gun. Came here to try to convince you you're wrong. The boat was not guilty.
Sure it was.
Yeah, it was. Because none of the jury could be sure what happened to Clegg. I had no reason to lie to you.
Except saving him from a bullet.
I'm telling you the truth. You let Galt go, and there'll be no charge against you.
True or not, it don't make much matter. If he doesn't get me for Clegg, he'll find someone else.
I'll sure be trying.
Get on your horse, Galt. We'll ride back to town.
Galt goes nowhere. Hey, you've been waiting a long time to find a way to get me. A safe way. You know how it was with Clegg, yet you wanted to hang me. Now you pick it up with the barrel and put it in your holster. I won't reach for mine till you do.
Just got your neck out of one noose. Don't be upset.
Stay out of this, Cobb! Pick up the gun, Cobb.
I won't draw with you.
Pick it up!
You don't gun down an unarmed man, Todd. You never have.
That's what he's counting on. He knows it. He knew it when he tried to get me for Clegg.
I'm riding out, Owen. You can take a shot if you want.
If you do that, I'll be riding at the front of the posse that tracks you down if it takes a year.
He ain't walking away. Now, Galt, you pick up the gun or I'll shoot you down right where you stand.
Use your head, man. Right now, you can ride out of the territory, go any place you want. But if you shoot Galt...
Get out, Cobb! Get out now! I won't hear no more. Now, you mountain, get out of here. Now, Galt, right now. Why, you get...
Thanks, Cobb. You did real fine.